There was a small town village called Greenfield. It was quiet, poor, and filled with hardworking farmers. People planted maize, cassava, and yam. They also raised goats and chickens. In that village lived a girl named Mary. Mary was only 16. She lived with her mother because her father had died many years ago. Her mother sewed firewood to survive. Mary was known as a quiet and gentle girl. She always walked with her head down. She had no close friends. She only spent her time with her mother and their two goats. One morning, something strange happened. A boy ran into the market shouting. He said he saw Mary in the bush laying eggs. The whole market went silent. Some people began to laugh. They said the boy was crazy. How can a girl lay eggs like a chicken? They asked. But the boy swore it was true. He said he saw white eggs come out from Mary while she was hiding in the bush. The rumor spread like fire. By evening, the whole village had heard. Mary lays eggs, they whispered. Mary returned from the stream that evening. She noticed people staring at her. Some pointed at her and laughed. Some shook their heads and moved away. When she reached home, her mother asked, Mary, what happened? Why are people looking at us like that? Mary was confused. She said, I don't know, Mama. But at night, when they went to buy salt from the shop, the shopkeeper refused to touch Mary's hand. He placed the salt on the floor instead. He said, take it and go. Mary's mother was angry. She shouted, why do you treat my daughter like this? The shopkeeper said, ask her. She lays eggs. Mary's mother was shocked. She pulled Mary away and they went home in silence. The next day, the village elders called Mary and her mother. They gathered under the big tree in the center of the village. Everyone came to watch. The elder, Mr. Thomas, asked Mary, is it true that you lay eggs? Mary shook her head. She said, no, I don't lay eggs. But the boy who started the rumor stepped forward. He said, I saw her. She was hiding in the bush. She laid 2 eggs. The elders decided to test Mary. They said she must stay in a small hut for 3 days. If she truly laid eggs, it would happen inside the hut. If not, then she would be free. Mary cried. Her mother begged the elders not to do it, but they refused. They locked Mary inside the hut with only water and food. 2 women were asked to guide her. The first day, Mary sat in the corner of the hut. She cried until she could not cry anymore. She wondered why the boy lied about her. She wondered why the village hated her so easily. The second day, she became weak. She did not eat the food they brought. She only drank water. The third day, something shocking happened. The women guarding her entered the hut and screamed. They said they saw 3 white eggs on the floor near Mary. The whole village gathered quickly. The elders entered and carried the eggs out. The people shouted, she lays eggs. She's not human. Mary was dragged out of the hut. Her mother tried to fight for her, but they pushed her aside. The crowd said Mary was a curse. They said she must leave the village. That night, the elders decided Mary must be taken to the forest. They said she could not live among humans. Her mother cried and begged. She said, take me instead. Leave my daughter. But they refused. They tied Mary's hands and pushed her into the dark forest. Her mother followed. crying behind them. When they reached the edge, they cut the rope and left Mary there. They told her never to return. Mary and her mother sat in the forest all night. Her mother hugged her and said, "My child, I will not leave you. If they reject you, then I will suffer with you." The next morning, Mary woke up weak and dizzy. Her mother went to find food in the forest. While she was gone, Mary saw something crawling near her. It was a strange bird, black with red eyes. It walked close and dropped 3 eggs beside her. Then it flew away. Mary froze. She realized the eggs the women saw in the hut were not from her. They were from this strange bird. She shouted for her mother. When her mother returned, Mary showed her the eggs. Her mother's eyes filled with tears. She said, "So this is the truth. That bird has been following you. The eggs are not yours." Mary hugged her mother tightly. Mary and her mother decided they could not return to Greenfield. Nobody would believe them. So they walked far into the forest. They slept under trees. They ate wild fruit. After 3 days of walking, they found another village. This one was called Riverland. The people there were kind. They gave Mary and her mother food and a small hut to live. For the first time, Mary felt safe. But inside her heart, she was still broken. She remembered the shame. She remembered the laughter. She remembered the night they pushed her away. One evening in Riverland, Mary met a young man named David. He was the son of a fisherman. He was gentle and kind. He listened when Mary spoke, but Mary was afraid to be close to him. She said, "If you hear the story of Greenfield, you will hate me." David asked, "What story?" Mary looked down and whispered, "They said I lay eggs." David laughed softly. He said, "Do you look like a chicken?" "No." "Then forget what they said." Mary was surprised. It was the first time someone did not mock her. Slowly, she began to smile again. Years passed. Mary grew older. She and David became close. They wanted to marry. But one day, news came from Greenfield. The strange bird that laid eggs had been caught. It was seen near the hut at night. It left eggs in people's yards. The elders remembered Mary. They realized she was innocent. They sent messengers to Riverland to beg her to return. Mary was silent. Her mother said, "My child, do you want to go back?" Mary wiped her tears. She said, "No, they never believed me. They threw me away. This is my home now." Mary married David in Riverland. They had children and built a new life. But sometimes, when she sat under the moon, she cried. She remembered the day they locked her in the hut. She remembered the laughter and the shame. She never returned to Greenfield again. And so, the story lived on. Some said, she lays eggs. Others said, she laid eggs. But Mary knew the truth. She was just a girl.